everyone, Sophia here for my great challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a recap of my first week on the November wellness challenge. Just a reminder, I'm using the CleverFox Planner to help me with my challenge. You don't have to use this particular planner, but that's the one I chose to use for the month of November. So I'm just going to give you a quick recap of how I did during the week and what I plan on improve for next week. So it's going to be a little bit of a tea time with Sophia. I'm having a herbal tea here. How did I do? I think I did pretty good up until Friday. And then when I get to Friday, I'll let you know why. Because some unforeseen event just like totally destroyed the entire idea of bedtime at 10:30. So why am I doing this? If you are new to the challenge, I've decided to spend the month of November, and this was really sparked by having this planner, to kind of rebalance my lifestyle. So I wanted to focus on several things. One was healthy eating habits, healthy sleep hygiene, more me time, that would be quilting and reading for me, and then boost a little bit of the activity level, because even though I work in the field and I'm walking pretty much all day, I felt that I was lacking a kind of, not a workout period, but at least some kind of time where I focus on an activity. And for the month of November, I picked walking just to ease into increasing activities. So I wanted to walk the dogs for a longer period, and I wanted to spend some time walking, at least 30 minutes a day. So all of this plus the rest of the stuff that I have to do during the month with the house, but in particular focusing on procrastination busters, meaning all the things I've been procrastinating forever, trying to finally get them done. I know I'm not going to get everything done during the month of November, but I wanted to get into a habit of having a list of tasks that I want to accomplish constantly in front of me, so I can just decide, okay, and plan. And so I can just plan, let's say this week, I think I can squeeze this one and that one in there and just knock things down. Okay, so how did I do for the week? So first of all, I started the week on Monday. I didn't start the week on the 1st because it's easier for me to start the week on the Monday. So if you started on Wednesday on the 1st, that's fine. Or no, was it Wednesday? Thursday. If you started Thursday, that's fine. If you want to start tomorrow, that's fine too. But basically, that's the ring. But I felt that it would be easier for me to track everything and just give it a big boost by starting at the beginning of the week. So that's what I did. So I started Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think Thursday was my best day, or maybe it was Wednesday, I'm not sure. We'll look in the tracker. Like I had everything done. Everything was accomplished. And then it fell apart on Friday. Friday went well up until the time I got home, and then I'm not on call for this week. One of my coworkers is, and we had a major emergency, and my coworker could not go and attend to it. So I had to basically wait all night awake for the emergency services in Jersey City to call me to let me know that our patient had been screened and arrived in the psych ER, and our protocol is for whoever is on call to go and meet them at the psych ER and be part of the advocacy system. So since my coworker couldn't do it, she called me and she says, look, I know you're a workhorse and you don't mind. All right, I said, fine, I'll go. So I got a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I literally slept 3 hours between Friday morning when I woke up and Saturday night when we came back to the house after movie night. So a little tired. So yeah, so I slept about 3 hours on Friday, and then I had to work Saturday. So I basically got to Jersey City around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I stayed there until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I went home, did some quilting, did nothing else, and then it was movie night, which was my movie night, by the way. And we watched The Missing with Tommy Lee Jones. It was really good. I recommend it. It's really, really a good movie. So anyway, so Friday was fine until I came home. I had high expectations of me being able to accomplish a whole bunch of stuff on Friday, and then having to just wait consistently and call and make calls and be in contact with different people, including patient. leading up to me going to bed around midnight because the calls wasn't, you know, I still didn't get the call from the hospital. So anyway, I slept 3 hours in like 48 hours. So, but I stayed on track with regards to food. So it was a little difficult. So I hope that explains why this kind of like a dive with regards to being able to accomplish all of those extra 30 minutes and the bedtime and all of that around Friday and Saturday because there was an emergency. I couldn't do it. All right, put that aside. How did I do? I weighed myself on Monday morning. And I have no shame. You all know that I've gained a considerable amount of weight. I'm not going to hide it because I'm always been very transparent. Well, you remember when I was freaking out because I was 178? Yeah, well, Monday I was 190, okay? Yeah, I was 190. So that's one of the reasons why it sparked a drastic change or a desire for drastic change. So Monday I went on the scale, I was 190, and my goal this week was to really avoid carbs and avoid sugars. And I guess I was super motivated because I have to tell you, other than the carbs that are in yogurt, I didn't have a single starch carb. I didn't have any potato, no rice, no bread. I didn't have any candy, no chocolate. I have pasta. All I had was vegetables and proteins and a little bit of yogurt in the morning for the entire week. That's it. And this morning I went on the scale and I lost 3.5 pounds this week. I know it's mostly water weight. I don't have any hope that this is going to be a repeat for next week, but it just proves to show that if you eliminate certain food groups that you learn are bad for you, like the sugar and the carbohydrates, you end up losing the weight, or at least the excess and the puffiness. So I feel depuffed. I'm just very tired right now because we came back home. It was actually, well, on the new fallback time, it was 12:30, but really it was 1:30. So yeah, I'm a little tired and I slept about 7 hours. So I've been using my Fitbit to track my steps, and I'm going to show you all of that. So we're going to go dive into this week and see what this week looked like for me. Pluses and minuses, wins and losses, and then where I'm going next week with regards to the wellness challenge. So let's dive in my planner. If you remember, I had main goals for the month was lose 5 pounds, so I already lost 3.5. Schedule the chimney, we did that. Medical appointments, and then tackle 4 procrastinated items for the month of November, and then I had to plan YouTube videos. I didn't do that yet, but again, it's just the first week. And then walk more. These were my main goals, and then I wanted to really focus on bedtime. Try one keto recipe. I haven't done that yet, but again, I have the whole month. And avoid carbs, sugars, and time suckers. Time suckers, I mean the Twitter and Facebook, and then just like idling, doing nothing. So I've done very good for the carbs and sugar. I'm not so sure for time suckers. I ain't go to the bookstore yet, and then I had to schedule all of this. So I have the PCP taken care of, but the other two, the endocrinologist and the nutritionist, that's going to come as a result of the PCP appointment. So here's the first week, and you can see that I've really filled it up and tracked it. I'm still trying to figure out a way to mark things done, so I have like little checks here, ticks here and there, then I scratch things or strike through it, and I have some highlighter. It's a little mess. It's gonna get a little bit clearer, I guess, as I go along. So I did pretty good with tracking all the things that I needed to do. This is the Friday night, 3 hours and 27 minutes worth of sleep, and then today. So let's look at the things that I wanted to do with regards to the to-do list. I wanted to schedule the chimney. I had done that already. Procrastination bust. I think I did pretty good in tackling down some of the things on my list this week, and I'll show you that in a second. Educate on nutrition. I did read a lot about low carb, high protein diets, and I took some notes. November budget, I didn't do that yet because it's just the beginning of the month. Scheduling the time off, did that. That's for my vacation. Put the mink up for sale. I'll talk about that in a second. This week wins. You can see right here that the CleverFox Planner gives you kind of like a little set of boxes here that allows you to make a to-do list, track habits, and then look at your wins for the week and then plan for next week. So we already talked about that. I wanted to focus on bedtime at 10:30, and you can see that I was being pretty good with that, except Friday actually. And then Saturday that didn't happen because it was movie night, and then tonight didn't happen yet. Read for 30 minutes, I did pretty good. I was able to do that 4 times this week, so I'm very happy about that. Quilting twice a week, I've done that, so I'm happy about that too. Walking for 30 minutes, I was only able to do that 3 times this week, so I definitely need to increase on that for next week, and you'll see I put that in the what I will improve for next week. Extra walks for the dogs. I don't want you to think the dogs only walked on those times, because they're not. They walked every day. But I wanted to do extra longer walks, and you can see that I'm using my walking 30 minutes with the dogs. So, and I walk them at a fast pace, so that's good for them, for their cardio and my cardio. So that only happened 3 times this week. I stayed on plan all week long with regards to the food. I really did not have any side snacks, nothing. I stayed on plan. Hydrate throughout the week. Again, Sunday is not logged in yet because it's today and we're Sunday morning right now. By hydrate, I mean at least 8 glasses of water, and I've done that consistently throughout the week. And then I added a little one here for me to add extra laundry. And I did 4 out of the 6, so that's not too bad. And then for notes, I have to schedule a trip to France. Actually, I'm gonna go see Mom probably in February or March. I haven't done that yet. I'm checking prices right now. I think I'm losing weight too fast. These are my little notes. I don't think that this is a very healthy weight loss, 3.5 pounds, but I think it's mostly water, so I'm okay with that for now. We'll see what happens next week. And then I wrote down that all went down the drain on Friday and Saturday due to on-call emergency. And again, I was working Saturday, so it was really a very long stretch where I had 0 sleep, and you know that will affect a lot of other aspects of your life if you don't sleep. So this is next week. For next week, I want to increase the activities. I want to increase the veggies and increase the walks. I had escarole last night. It was really good at my friend's house. We enjoyed that. So before I go into what I plan on doing next week, let's dive into this part here, because this is my procrastination buster. And these are all the things that I've been procrastinating forever. Okay, so one was finish the staircase, and I already painted all of the yellow in it. I still have to do the gray, so that's gonna come next week. So I put it a half a tick here, and I put pending next to it. And then sell the mink, I put it also on pending because it's on Poshmark right now for sale. And for those of you who are wondering and who are on my Instagram, I posted a picture. My mother-in-law gave me a mink stole that my grandmother had purchased when she was really having dementia, and she purchased it at Saks. It's like one of those mink stole. I put a picture right here. And it had the receipt and everything on it, but we found it years later, and it's still in the box. And nobody wants it, including me. I have no desire to have any kind of fur, but she wanted me to sell it for her, so I'm trying to sell it. I have 0 faith it's gonna ever sell, other than if I put it at a consignment shop, but I'm trying Poshmark right now. Anyway, so we have this thing that's brand new, and I gotta sell it for her because she doesn't know how to do it. So I put it up for sale. I'm gonna keep it on Poshmark probably for another week. And then if I don't have any leads, which obviously I won't because nobody wants the stuff, I don't blame you. I don't. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to a consignment shop. Anyway, another thing was take down the porch rail. So that I'm actually doing this afternoon, so I know it's gonna get down, so I scratched that off. The ring account, I'm gonna show you that real quick. I had a problem a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, a couple of months ago with the Ring account. Scott had the Ring working on his phone, but for some reason mine wasn't working at all. And I was just procrastinating taking care of it. So I finally got all of the Ring cameras that we have around the house reconnected to my phone and to the account, and renewed the contract that we have with them. So the Ring account, just in case you don't know what Ring is, so I'm giving you an example. Like, this is a live view of the front of the house right now. So I had a hard time resetting this whole thing, and that was one of the reasons why I had not done it and procrastinated. But it's really, really good if you want a good security system in addition to the one you already have. It allows you to have alerts. So we have one in the back, one in the front, and we have the overall backyard one that's also a floodlight. But the great thing about it too is that you can get videos that were taken from neighbors that alert you of things that happen. Like for instance, there was one kid that was stealing all the candy. But that's, you know, that's Halloween. But there's some videos that are pretty disturbing of people who come to your house at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and try to open your door. So I recommend that you get one. And I was procrastinating taking care of that, and I'm glad I just did. So I knocked that out this week with the basement, and then the take down the front porch rail. That's going to be enough accomplishment on that. And then there was 2 other things I did last week. So that's just for the procrastination busters. I actually didn't do too bad at all. I managed to do one thing for sure, two for sure, 2 last week, and then 2 that are still pending. So I feel pretty accomplished with those. This is where I track my weight loss, and if you remember, I have 2 charts here. I have this one with every single day of the month, including the extra 3 days, because you remember I started on a Monday. So you can see I'm losing, and then there was like a little plateau here, and then this is 3.5. So tomorrow, Sunday, will complete the full week for me, and then at which point I will fill up this bar here for the weight loss. And what you're hearing is the ring alerting me that his movement at one of the cameras, and actually Scott is going to supermarket to get all of the produce and the fruits, and then we'll go to Aldi later on for the rest of the stuff. Okay, these are the notes that I had last week, but what I did, and that one is the front door. So it gets annoying after a while, but it's for, oops, the glue fell off. Anyway, so what I did is that I actually tracked down, I put more recipes, but I tracked down every day that I was eating what I actually ate. And you see that it got smaller and smaller. I had a lot of snack on Monday and Tuesday because I felt that I wasn't having enough food. And as the week progressed, I really reduced the amount of food I was eating. So that's good. And you can see it's all proteins. So this actually was my first meal for Monday, and you see I had, oops, what happened? I had a yogurt and I had some soup, and this is all romaine lettuce boats that had tuna in it with some cheese and some tomatoes. I had some peanut butter on celery stick and some carrots, 2 hard-boiled eggs, 2 cheese, and then I had the 2 fruits. And then this one here, I think was Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember. So again, the yogurt, I have some leftover bolognese sauce that I had made, so it's mostly protein and tomato sauce. Peanut butter with the celery sticks, and over here I have a big salad with avocado and some veggies, 2 hard-boiled egg, another cheese, and a fruit. So you see I'm reducing the amount of food that I'm eating, and I'm really focusing on just proteins and veggies. That's it, with a little bit of dairy in the morning. And actually I asked Scott, he's going to the store right now, he's going to look for stuff that we don't have at Aldi, which is plain full fat yogurt, because the low fat variety, and it's the same thing with the cheese, the low fat variety is actually loaded with carbs and sugar. So this is how I did this week. So for next week, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to work on the same habits. That's going to be the bedtime at 10:30, the read 30 minutes, quilting ×2, walk 30, dogs, on plan and hydrate. I do have some stuff to do. We have the furnace service for the year that's happening on the 7th, and I'm actually off that day because I was working Saturday. It's complicated, but I'm off that day on the 7th. I have some banking stuff to do. I'm going to finish the steps in the basement. I have to fill in the gaps between the risers and the molding. So that's gonna happen, and then I gotta get the gray paint because the one I got the last time was not the right type. It was the eggshell, and the basement is actually a flat color, so I didn't want to have a difference. And then I have to finish the basement, and then we gotta empty the water tank. And on this side here, it's just basically the beginning of my schedule for next week. So that's that. Okay, so yes, I was wearing glasses. How did I manage without the 2 days worth of sleep. I have to tell you, I got these and I'm surprised they work. They are Viter Energy Mints that are loaded with caffeine, and they were sent to me by the company, and I thought that was just going to be a gimmick, and I gotta tell you, wow. So it didn't give me any jitters. I really appreciated that. So basically these are regular mint that you buy in a little, I'll put the link below, or you can go into my Amazon store. They're about this size, right? It's like a lifesaver basically, and it's got 0 calories, less than 1 grams of carb, there's less than 1 gram of sugar, but it's got niacin, vitamin B6, folate, 45% folate, and vitamin B12, and caffeine 40 milligrams. So it's got a lot of caffeine, and I gotta tell you, when I started, when I sucked on the first one, I was like, ooh, that doesn't taste really good. I was pleasantly surprised by those. I didn't think I was gonna like them. This is the spearmint taste, and I'm not a proponent of you know, energy drinks or anything, but I really needed something to keep me going on Saturday after having slept just 3 hours and 48 something hours, plus the movie night. And again, it didn't give me the jitters, it didn't raise my heart rate or anything. It just helped me get through. They have other flavors. This one is wintergreen. They have a peppermint flavor, they have a cinnamon flavor, and they have a chocolate mint flavor. So if you want to check those out, I'm not doing a full review on them, I'm just mentioning them and letting you know that this actually worked. Go through the entire day on Saturday, and that was rough. And it was a storm. It was rough. So yeah, these works, they're great. And before I leave, I want to give a big shout out to Lisa in California, because she sent me a pack of Frixion pens, and those are fine 0.7 millimeter. They're really nice. So they are gel pens, and they're not the ones with the clicker, they're the ones with the cap, right? But they are really good for planning, because you saw that my first week was a little bit of a mess with different colors and scratches off and stuff. So this is going to allow me to keep the planner looking a little bit more organized. So I'm very happy with the CleverFox Planner. It's really helped me out managing my week and my goals. This was the first week of the wellness challenge. I'm excited to find out how you did with your first week. If you want to do a video, there's a playlist down below where you can upload your video and update everybody on your goals and how you manage them this week, your wins and your losses, and how you will improve next week for the month of November. You don't have to have the same goals than me. You can have any goal you want, as long as it relates to things that will promote your health and wellness for the month of November. So I hope you enjoyed this video and a little bit of the chit chat. I'm feeling a little slow because it was a long 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna go change and start working on my porch. Scott went to the supermarket. Then we're going to Chipotle. I'm gonna have a burrito bowl without the rice, and obviously without the carbs. So I'm gonna load up on guacamole and no beans, and the lettuce and all of that. And that would be it. Lots of meat. Yeah, and then when I come back, we'll finish the porch, and that will be it for today. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and staying around a long non-stop talk. And I will see you next week for the next update. Good luck everybody who is doing the health and wellness challenge with me. And again, check out everybody else who's doing the challenge and who has already posted videos. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.